All right, let's talk about the single most important tool we all use every single day, the sentence. I know, grammar can seem a little dry, but trust me, understanding this one building block is the secret to making your ideas pop. So let's dive in and break it down.
Okay, have a look at this. Corner A in Sat Horner Jack, little. We've got words here for sure, but does it mean anything? Not really, right? It's just a jumble. Our brains can't picture anything because there's no structure. It's kind of like a pile of Legos with no instructions.
But watch what happens when we just rearrange them. Boom. Little Jack Horner sat in a corner. All of a sudden, everything clicks. You've got an image, you've got a little story, you've got meaning. That leap from total chaos to a clear idea, that's the magic of a sentence.
And that brings us to the one simple golden rule. At its core, a sentence is just a group of words that makes complete sense. That's it. It's not about being long or using fancy vocabulary. You just have to ask one question. Does it form a complete thought?
Now, that definition seems simple enough, but sentences actually have different personalities, you know? They each have a different job to do. And it turns out there are just four basic kinds of sentences that we use all the time.
So let's meet our first two personalities. I like to call them the storyteller and the detective. One's job is to share information, and the other's job is to go out and find it.
And really, it is that straightforward. The storyteller, well, it tells you something. It states a fact. And the detective? The detective is on the case, asking questions. One gives, the other seeks.
Okay, so the official name for our storyteller is a declarative sentence. Its whole purpose is to declare something, to just make a statement. This is the workhorse of our language. It's probably the type of sentence you use the most.
For example, this classic right here. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. See, it's just telling you something that happened. It's not asking a question, it's not yelling, it's just a simple statement of fact. A perfect declarative sentence.
And now for our detective. The official term is an interrogative sentence. And if you think of the word interrogate, it makes perfect sense, right? Its entire reason for being is to ask a direct question to get information.
Like this. Where do you live? These are super easy to spot because they almost always end with that little hook, the question mark. They're designed to start a conversation, to get a response.
All right, on to our next two personalities, and these guys are a little more energetic. We've got the commander, who likes to give orders, and the cheerleader, who is just bursting with feeling.
Think about what each one is trying to do. The commander wants to make something happen. It tells you to do something. The cheerleader, on the other hand, is all about expressing a big feeling out loud.
So the commander's official name is an imperative sentence. You use this when you want to give a command, make a request, or even beg for something. The bottom line is, it's telling someone what to do.
And check out the range here. An imperative sentence can be a really sharp command like, be quiet. But it can also be something much softer, like a plea, have mercy upon us. See, both are telling someone to do something, just with a very different tone. And finally, our cheerleader, the exclamatory sentence. This one is pure emotion. We're talking surprise, happiness, anger, shock. If the feeling is big and strong, this is the sentence you reach for.
You can spot these a mile away because they always end with an exclamation mark. How cold the night is, you can almost feel the shiver in those words. What a shame, you can just hear the sigh of disappointment. It's all about feeling.
So, there we have it, our four sentence personalities. But how are they actually built? What's going on under the hood? Well, it turns out, whether it's a statement, a question, a command, or an exclamation, every single complete sentence is made of the same two basic parts.
Think about it like this. Every complete thought really has two halves. First, you have the thing you're talking about, and second, you have what you're saying about that thing. You absolutely need both for it to make sense.
And here are their technical names. Part 1 is the subject. That's just a simple way of saying who or what the sentence is about. Part 2 is the predicate. That's the part that tells you what the subject is or what it does. That's it. Every sentence you've ever said or written has a subject and a predicate.
Okay, time to put it all together with a final challenge. Take a look at this sentence. Great explainers make grammar fun. This one has one of those four personalities we talked about, and it has those two essential halves. So, I'll leave you with this little puzzle. Looking at that sentence, can you figure out which of the four types it is?
And, maybe more importantly, can you find the spot to draw a line right down the middle, separating the subject, the who or what, from the predicate, the part that says what it does? Once you can do that, you've cracked the code to just about any sentence.